Elizabeth, you can run off of this. Let me see if metaphysics can work. You know what I mean? And so far the interest was good. The first class was what? 17 people came. Just after the initial interest. You were back up in a for them mind now. Sex and hobia.
And dopey.
And dopey. You know what I mean? So all of these things are basically giving you an example of what we are talking about. These are the bottlenecks created by patterns of thought. The way that people are taught to think. And the thing is that you have to agree to it. If you don't agree to it, it doesn't work. You can't think you're free. You're free to agree to your own shit. So the thing is, they haven't imposed it on us more than we have accepted it because it is and it isn't based on the duality of the whole principles of things. So you transmute and you change your angle on it and you change the other side of the duality. You know what I mean? Your angle of thought. And that goes into angles of thought, goes into archetypes or angels or angles that you can use to perceive energy in motion or whatever is driving the illusion. It's all energy. Like we can tell you that this board have more space in it than it is solid. But it makes the noise and appear solid when I do this because we are looking at the byproduct of the real experience. Then you will understand that energy in motion is what does doing that and making that happen. So in perceiving energy in motion, as under the principle of mind is all, we and our ancestors have created archetypes of thought, like Thoth, or Tehuti, or Ma'at, or Shango, or who else? Portia. Who else? give me another archetype. Obatala. Nut, Kali, Shiva.
What about? It's not there's something in mind.
Yeah, man, talk, man.
Some of us have heard of the concept of archons, right?
The archons.
The urges.
Right.
These are very
You bring it up before.
I know, but
right.
I can't speak about it because very few people understand it.
Everybody here said you about the archons already. From you bring it up the last class. Yeah, the archons. What is the archons? If you want to look up the archons, the archons come out in off of the Nag Hammadi scrolling. When them start to interpret the scrolling that come out of Ethiopia, the Gnostic scrolls that came with the last set that never get fucked away with. Them have it in from 1940 and them take time to translate out the Nag Hammadi library, right? The archons represent the demiurge energy, basically the ones that generate the thought forms are generated from our social thought forms. We create the fucking archons, brother. Just like we create all of these other archetypes to describe the energy in motion. Right? So the energy in motion right now, you can look at it in an interesting way because when you look at, alright, let's look at Orisha energy then, right? Most times when you look at, which one are pretty one that turn up with the mirror and Oliver Bountiness? Yamaya? Oshun. Right. You look for yeah. Most of the woman archetype them embody things that women like popularly. But the archetypes, if you look at them beyond the popular tradition in your own study, you will get to know that Oshun is also the witch, the old Hagrid fuck up looking woman and sit down at the seaside and throw the fucking dice them fill. You know what I mean? Which is the polar of the thing because you already know the principality of like and unlike being the truth. Right, so basically these different archetypes now that we see, the difference then between a demiurge archetype and what let me say now, let me just make a common association. Well, the difference between a diva and a asura, you know what I mean? A demiurge archetype and a celestial archetype would be one engenders both polarities while one symbolizes an aspect of some polarity, one aspect of the polarity. You know what I mean? When you look at all right, let's see now. Krishna is fucking demiurge, just like Jesus. He's demiurge, them there. You know what I mean? Because for them, meditation stop at the heart chakra.
But the problem is that there is a new interpretation or a new understanding of the archons as being specifically very, very negative and very, very deceitful and very, very controlling.
You sound like you're afraid of them though.
Reason being,
and me just tell us say you make them. You create the archons that are in your life.
The reason why they're called demiurges is is because they don't have any creative ability.
No, they govern off of what? What we just talk about when we fuck up the root chakra? Fear.
Right.
But guess what? It don't fuck up the root chakra. It's supposed to teach you. It's supposed to teach you that if you don't have strong roots, your kundalini can't rise and stay up there. So the more psychological trauma that you go through to have to address in your subconscious mind is the more work then that you have to do to achieve what you need to. And those symbols, as far as we take them on as demiurge and as negative and malevolent, are really ourselves on a mission to learn something. The negative part of it is us being on the pendulum swinging. If you're operating off of the principles as a scientist, you're watching the pendulum swing from pole to pole, in the understanding that the swing is a spiral and it's rising and continuing to go up based on, you know what I mean, how your level of thought is. So that if your thinking now is what drives your fear, right? You describe the archons as malevolent beings. Okay, ones that are to be probably fearful of. Okay. I would encapsulate that and say that would then symbolize an issue that you have to work out in your root chakra.
That interpretation is very true on an individual level.
Right.
But what happens on a societal level?
Remember, we have to keep in mind that this thing is about individual.
True.
This thing, the 7 principles is not a social set of principles. That is Ma'at. We can do a class on that if you want. The Ma'at principle is what grounds itself in what discourse is, which is something that is based in the duality of perception. That means that whatever is malevolent, whatever is bad, is good. Because it's not about a static definition. It's about a process. Right? Yeah, exactly. So the archons are here for us. We brought them here to help us. So it doesn't matter how much you want to vilify them, you create them. And they're your fears. And they might manifest themselves, all right, let's say in the institutional learning of Christianity or Hare Krishna then, right? The limited understanding of the duality of that particular tradition will limit your Kundalini experience to right yourself. You're not past that chakra. You're not going beyond that level. If you look at Christianity and juxtapose that on it, Christianity, as far as it being an institutional thought from now, is based on forgiveness and the heart and healing, but then strives for that. So who the fuck tell you something you need to heal? Then you're going to cut me and tell me, say, yo, I'm going to heal you. So then in essence, then in taking it beyond, in not taking the energy in motion beyond perceiving it from the heart chakra down, you eliminate the parts that are attributed to the actions of the pineal pituitary and drawing down the higher consciousnesses in understanding what's going on. Now if you want to look at Indian mythology and then pin the modern concepts of demiurge that are coming, they have to be considered modern because they might come out and not coming recently, right? Within the last 70 years then, right? Is encapsulated in the archetypes of the asuras and the devas. You know any of those ones? Who's that? Give me some asuras and some devas. All of them are within the pantheon. They don't vilify any of them. They're all there. They work together and play out the allegories of the energy in motion in the stories that they write to describe it. So, anybody know a diva?
A diva?
A diva god in Indian mythology.
Krishna, Shiva.
No, Shiva is an asura.
It's an asura, but asura means like a demon, the devil.
Mm-hmm. All right, you see that. Well, that's the thing because Shiva also play out as himself as male, female in the story, even of him and Parvati, him and Kali. You know what I mean? So within the archetype, you will see the androgyny of being in the allegories that are told. You know what I mean? And in respects to then your mental processes, when you're looking at how your subconscious and your conscious mind play on the duality of creation, right? Where does Shiva function within the pantheon? Shiva bring down creation from Brahma, right, through what's the next one that comes after Brahma?
There's so many.
Right, but it goes from Brahma to Vishnu. Is it Vishnu? Yeah, Vishnu to Shiva. And if you look at it and juxtapose that principally on a tree of life, then with the fuel and meditation, that is what actually that's not that's Mutaba actually that's wrong with it, right? So you would look at Peter as Brahma. You would look at, if me lose up on this, me not go bother with it because I can't go do no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Either way, so you can juxtapose it on what you would call as Kabbalah, on the 10 principles of psychological self, and look at how the principal operation is akin to the way our mind and subconscious mind operate. So Shiva is representative actually of your pineal gland, and you're raising Shakti when you're raising your Kundalini to go and fuck Shiva in your brain. You know what I mean? And that is what create then the creative process. You know what I mean? So when you look at now the dynamics of the conscious and the subconscious mind, then function in a similar way. Your conscious mind, through various different ways, plug intention into your subconscious mind. Did I say that right? Your conscious mind plugs your intent into your subconscious mind to then create your reality. You can get that tangent? So when you look at how the principles operate now, you will notice that there are 3 basic means and myriads of means in betweens that quicken your subconscious or creative or the mind that creates your reality. Cool. There's the means of by means of trauma. So when he was abused as a little boy and the security touch upon your bottom and you couldn't tell nobody and it fucked you up for the rest of your life, you have to deal with that shit. That's trauma. And that creates a subconscious situation for you. in your life. You know what I mean? That has changed your reality, because now every time you see a blood clot security, you get antsy. When you turn big, you don't want to leave your picking at school because you feel like say, the security or the hungry man around there could have fucked with it. You know what I mean? All these little prejudges, polarities in your thought pattern then come off of the fact that your subconscious mind has been traumatically influenced. So we said trauma. Repetition is how we keep the trauma, how the trauma works. Because your mind replay the fucking experience and you repeat the shit to yourself to make it be a part of how you perceive your reality. Like a mantra, there you go. You know what I mean? But the fact that it's trauma and the fact that you want to avoid it so much, you're already thinking about it. It's already a mantra because it is and it isn't. Right? Like and unlike is what? The same. Right? So you perceiving even the polar opposite of that is you giving that space for operating your space of thought. So repetition becomes another means that which the conscious mind quickens the reality through that you're living through your subconscious mind. Alright, so you're free the trauma. We said trauma now, quicken repetition, automatically it's easy. But what else quicken repetition? Ritual, tradition, culture. What else repeat shit to us that we just automatically accept and then create in our reality? Religion, social institutions that we already kind of going at that, and last class we did going at that. You know what I mean? So repetition comes from all angles. You know what I mean? And then there's one more. Well, I don't want to spend too long already. The class is supposed to be done already, right? At what time? 5 to 7? And that's my last point, so it's perfect. So what may I say is that when you look at repetition and trauma, both encapsulate something that can be a symbol. So symbolism now, the symbol of the trauma is what becomes a manifestation of its repetition in your mind. Now it's symbolized by the security.